What role should the federal government play in job creation in our region of Florida?
I was born and raised here in Florida. I'm married. I've got 3 kids. I've got a 5-year-old, I've got a 4-year-old, and I've got a 2-year-old. And I look back when I was going to high school here, I didn't think there were many opportunities here. If you had asked me when I was in high school if I'd be living back here now, I probably would have said no. It was just a different world then, and it's changed so much. Some for the better, some for the worse, but it's absolutely, I want to make sure that I'm creating opportunities for my kids to come back here. And so when they're in their 30s and 40s, they want to come back here, and there's high paying jobs. So there's a number of things that we can do. There's an amazing biotech corridor that's here in this district, both in St. Lucie County and in Palm Beach County, and we want to make sure that we're promoting it. These are high-paying jobs that we need to encourage and foster the growth of these businesses. We need to make sure that 1 in 10 jobs here in Martin County pertain to are water related. And stopping the discharges are absolutely critical if we're going to keep those jobs here in this community. We're seeing businesses shut down because of these discharges, and if we don't keep tourism here, we don't keep these marine-related professions in place here in this community, we're going to lose jobs. So, stopping the discharges is absolutely critical for our economy and making sure that there's more opportunities here in the 18th district. And lastly, I think we need to make sure that we're also providing an opportunity for our families to be able to support a family on the wages they earn. Unfortunately, too many families are having to work too many hours for too low wages in order to support their families. We need to make sure we're lifting the minimum wage in order so they can support their families.
Okay. Mr. Perkins, as succinctly as possible, what
was your
should the
specific
role of
question again?
the federal government be in job creation in our part of Florida?
Well, I think that, first of all, my whole life's been about opportunity. I worked at docks at Yellow Freight when I was 20 years old, started a lawn maintenance business at the same time during the day because I worked the night shift. Back when I started my business, I'm also asked, could you do today what you did 30 years ago? Banks were banks back then. They took more risks. They weren't risk adverse. Community banks existed. They've been obliterated today. There were your alternative and lending sources were household finance, and other equipment companies were energized to lend money and credit lines and equipment lines or what have you. Just those things don't exist today. 80+% of the jobs in this country here are created by small business. We have to get back to being involved, whether it's through our tax policies, incentive policies for our small business that encourage entrepreneurship. We've spent hundreds of millions of dollars around this country in the business that we run, helping develop small business, small minority business, women-owned business. We've got a expanding program in place for service-disabled veterans, and we have to do something in this country at a federal level with all congressional members to pass smart legislation to make the environment conducive for success again.
Thank you. Mr. Zuna.
Well, as they mentioned, they support Clinton. I am a supporter of Bernie Sanders, and if we equalize the wealth distribution in this country, that will help a lot of people that they cannot buy anything. Because we got these multi-billionaires, and then we got a middle class that every day has less money and less money. That will be the best way of activating the economy. Remember, when the government gives a return to everybody of $200 or $300, the economy gets a boost because people are in need. Those people that they get the $300 are those that are in need, and they spend the money the next day, and that. Well, same thing, if we start pushing back to $15 or $16 or $17, the minimum wage, which is not outrageous, because if you look back at the 40s and 50s during FDR and Truman and even Eisenhower, and if you bring back those wages in today's dollars, you will see that they were making $15, $16, $17. So that's not outrageous, and that was, right now, even working 2 people in the family, they don't make enough. And that causes that very few people are spending other than in the needs in food. If there was a little bit more spendable income, that will increase tremendously the, that's talking about the nation as a whole, okay? I am still hopeful. I am one of the 3 Bernicrats in Florida. Myself in District 18, there is Tim Canova in District 23, and there is Dr. Alina Valdez in District 25. And of course, it's the Senate, the one who is running for Senator, Alan Grayson. And at the local level, yes. I mean, I used to live in Puerto Rico. I lived in Puerto Rico 8 years. This is like Puerto Rico. Tourism should be, tourism and fishermen, this is the industry that should be really being taken care of. And we are destroying that industry, or we are damaging. A lot of people, they are not coming right now because they feel that the water is not safe and they are changing destination. I saw Puerto Rico going through difficult trouble back in the 70s, when they're also having a lot of unions, creating a lot of difficulties in hotels. That damage, because Puerto Rico is small, can have a heavy industry. Tourism was critical. Same thing over here. We need to take care of our fishermen. We need to take care of the hotels and all the rest of the touristic industry. Downtown Stuart, if you didn't know, because of tourism, what they do? Most of people there, they are selling souvenirs and stuff like that. So this is critical. Of course, then I have some other ideas about education and stuff like that. I am a scientist. I would like to implement, a different level of science in high schools, but that's another topic, all right?
Thank you.
Because that's going to help us. I founded 3 software companies, and I know what I'm talking about in this area.